there.
Hi, welcome to the Glens Falls Independent Redistricting Task Force meeting for July 7th. My name is Bob Curtis. I'm the task force chair. With us tonight, Mary DeSantis, the vice chair, Nancy Kelly, Connie Bossy, and Robin Barkenhagen. Lee Braggs, member of the task force, could not make it because of some personal business. Also here with us tonight to help us out, Sarah Frankenfeld, Warren County GIS. Thank you all for coming. We're back in the fold here. Looking at the agenda, item number 1, I don't know if anyone had a chance to look at the meeting minutes of June 28th, 2022. If so, we could have.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Okay. Item number 2, discussion action on redrawing of the city's 5-ward boundaries to achieve less than 5% population difference between the largest population ward and the smallest population ward. You'll remember going back a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we were looking at trying to figure out how we would work things out with a 10% difference from largest population to smallest population. Sarah helped us out here and let us know that in New York State there is something on the books. I haven't seen it, but she sent us some information, and it's a 5% difference. The rest, yeah. The U.S. Constitution requires legislative districts to have roughly equal population size. Under New York State law, the difference between the least populous and most populous council district cannot exceed 5%. So that was the impetus for us to go forward with these changes.
Yes.
And between Robin and Sarah working on this feverishly, we now have Glens Falls Redistricting draft number 4. And a couple of things, if you look on here, Sarah made points for all of the elected officials, and everybody is within their respective ward, which is excellent. Another factor, I think, Sarah, you were somewhat concerned about some of the things, that the criteria that have to be followed for the redistricting. When you look at, keeping neighborhoods and communities of interest intact, or districts compact, or avoiding oddly shaped districts, I think we get into, for a small city like Glens Falls, a slight problem, because number 1, we have to come up with the numbers.
Right.
And if we don't come up with the numbers, nothing else matters. Right. So what is of priority here? I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that.
No, I actually agreed with you with what you're saying, because I don't know how you can do this, and I understand that it would be great, but I don't see how it's feasible. I just think it's incredible that we're within the 5%. It really is.
Oh, that's 5. I thought it was 2%.
Be quiet.
Let's see. According to my
Your head's not going to fit through that door on the way out.
From last night, the largest to smallest 1.55, and the next one 1.146.
I saw those streets.
There's
and I'm
only
like,
6 wards.
there's
and
no
there's
way. So
10.
that's why you noticed when I sent the email, I said, I'm like, I'll let you see the math, because I saw those numbers. There's just no way.
But you
There's
take
no way,
a look
there's
at
no
where
way.
the people
I kept
are
thinking
in
I
these
was
districts.
messing up.
Yes,
It's
and
like,
that has a whole lot to
there's
do
no way,
with how
but
you
Yep.
arrive at the boundaries.
Sure.
And that's why the configuration really, this is great, considering what you have. I mean, if you look at Ward 1, look at all the space.
Yeah.
That's all the industrial.
So what are you going to do with it?
Well, and what
You
I
have
was
to
pleased with,
include it?
Robin, when you reworked this from 2 to 3 to 4, was the fact, I felt the other ones were a little kludgy, that they were kind of, and I said to myself, people are going to say, why is it kludgy? Well, we just got one little jog, and that's because of Claudia.
Yeah,
The reality
well,
is.
yeah, because
Right.
the elected officials, that's
right,
what
right,
makes this, I
right.
call this the
The way it
Picasso
is.
section
Yeah,
of
yeah,
town.
yeah.
Yes.
It looks like it. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have any concerns on the other criteria, that, again, to the maximum extent practical, following those things? Well, to the maximum extent practical, we have tried to do that. What about the all of the wards coming together downtown?
I mean, it's really close.
No,
I
didn't change that.
Yeah, that stayed the
Because
same.
3 always only ended up
Yeah.
at Bay Street at the,
Yeah.
that's exactly the same way we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 I mean, that's
And actually,
awful
when
close.
I pulled up Ward 5 up all the way up to Broad Street, it actually made more sense.
Yeah.
As a ward, like
Mm-hmm.
that seems to, I actually kind of always thought that was the border, and so that helped a lot.
Yeah, I think wards 1 and 5 are fantastic.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
The other three
Yeah.
are challenging.
A little bit
because
challenging,
of
yeah.
Right.
Elected
Yeah,
official
elected officials, right.
locations.
Correct, yeah.
And so that criteria is set in stone, even though this won't go into effect until the
Next year?
local election in 2023.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry, the election in 2020, I thought we were putting this up this November.
No, if we can get this done and get it to the common council on Tuesday, then there would be 2 weeks for them to review and have it onto the July 28th
Eighth, yeah.
agenda for
Yeah.
passage. Then there would be time to get that up to the Board of Elections for
Right.
approval.
So it would be effective January 1st, 2023.
2023.
Right,
Yeah.
so for
Yeah.
the 2023
But the next
local
election is not
elections.
until when? When is the next city
Uh,
election?
November.
November
This coming up in
23.
2023?
22.
22.
But this won't be
No,
in effect
2022
till-
is a
This
city
would be in
council
effect
meeting.
January of
No,
2023.
no, time
Yeah.
out. This 2022 is a city election?
No, not a city election,
no.
but,
No, there's a
but an
general
election, it's
election.
a governor's election, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so no,
no,
she's
yeah.
just talking
I'm
about
talking
the
about
city.
city
No,
election.
right, but they'll put
Yeah.
this on the ballot with the governor's
No, I
election.
understand
Yes.
that, but my question is, when are these folks up?
Oh, right, they're all up for election 3 more years.
Let's
I'm
see,
sorry.
this
Yeah.
I got it.
is.
So we've got a
served
couple more
1 year, they'll
years.
have 3 more years.
Right,
to
so
go.
that was
Yeah.
why it was important we keep.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah,
Right,
because that would have been a
right.
hot
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
And then by
think-
that point, this will be set, and the people that will be running in those districts will know where their districts are,
Yeah.
and that's what.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
So
people
I
can know.
think, Sarah, you feel comfortable about the map and all of the
Given the
concerns?
criteria,
Yeah, that we got to work with.
I think
Mhm.
it is as good as it can get.
Mhm.
Yeah, the only way to make it better, I think, would be to eliminate one of those 2 criteria, and I think there's a strong consensus that everybody wants to keep
We
those
can't
2
do
criteria.
that. Right, I
So-
agree. Yeah.
So, and just looking at Ward 2, where you see in the purple going up past Sanford Street, that is part of the boundary, correct? Up here.
Right here.
Yeah, it has that
Yeah.
funny little jog down
Okay.
there because the
That's the-
block
is it the bike path?
boundary.
Along Mason, you mean?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the bike
Okay,
path.
all
Uh-huh.
right.
Yep.
So the
Oh,
bike
it's the
path
bike
cuts off
Yep.
those.
Yep, it does. Uh-huh. Yep. Sanford Street right there because
So
this is
that's
Ridge.
kind of a natural cut. You talk about
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
Yes.
The people on one side of the bike path and
People on the other side.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of the
Excellent.
path.
Right. Yep, that is the bike path.
Anybody have any other concerns about this?
I just want to note that now the council people from Ward 3 and Ward 4 will share the park. There's a little bit border of each,
Oh, isn't
so
that nice?
Very good.
compromise is always the best.
It is.
Yeah, and I think it's good that it keeps Kensington in
Yep.
Ward 3 and the middle school and
Yep.
high school in Ward 4
But it-
as they were, which is great.
All right, I guess with that, maybe if we could have a resolution here for the committee to approve the redrawing of these with the less than 5% population difference.
So resolve.
Second?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
All in favor?
Aye. Yeah.
Unanimous, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, discussion, well, not discussion of the next meeting. I think now if we have some time, we should look at trying to.
The wording.
The
Get
word,
the wording done.
Uh-huh.
yes, so this I believe is your latest, that was the latest. right?
Yes.
Okay. So the good news is, I think that in Robin's brilliance, he's really kind of
Yes.
kept it relatively, I mean.
I
it's
was
really-
hoping that he would have the whole
I
thing
thought
done.
he-
He
Yeah.
can't, he
Yeah.
can't,
Question.
yeah, so he's not gonna be able to fit that elevator.
I know, that's right. You'll have to go down the
Can you,
stairs.
can you put that in the middle, Dave? 'Cause
Yeah.
do
Because you know
we have
what?
more of these?
Do you have more of these?
I brought mine, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think there were
I-
any here.
I came from the,
Let
okay,
me,
okay, we're good.
let me-
We can share.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
We're
gonna
good.
say, I don't think
You're
there were
gonna copy?
any.
We're good, we're gonna work off one, that's fine.
Okay,
We're good,
all right.
we're good.
Because we're
Yeah.
mind melding here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're starting with one.
But what we'll have to do is compare it to the other one.
Yes.
Right,
I got
right,
that
right.
too.
So
Yeah,
that's
sure
what we're
did,
gonna
yeah.
have to do is
Yeah, hold on.
figure out,
Is this in the email?
the,
You mean, are you talking, this is the set one we initially proposed. Are you talking about all
okay.
the way at the beginning?
Oh, wow, okay.
No, I'm talking about,
Well, which,
This was the one that,
We took to the
Well,
that we,
the
that we,
approved one?
yeah, so
That's
we,
took to the council, so that's
okay, so
changed.
that's this one.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
that's what we have to change.
Exactly.
And we're smarter to
So
stick
why
with
don't
this
you, we
than the
pull
other.
out that
Yes,
map to
yes.
look at that.
To look at the
rough-
streets versus
rough
what we,
Because
because,
that was draft 3.
Yes.
I believe so, yeah,
Um,
Was that 3 or
no,
was it
no.
2?
Long time ago.
Was
no.
it two? Might have
Because
been.
it- No, because remember, no, because 4 went all the way up. The initial thing we took to the
Oh,
council.
right, right,
Might,
right.
might have been,
Went all the way up.
was,
Okay.
might have been,
This one, it'd be this one then.
what's that?
Yes,
but we're
exactly.
still just going to go through this and follow the map.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
This is the one we proposed, and this
Yeah.
was the one that was way out of whack.
Okay,
So let's look at what we've done.
so
and
you
then
wanna
take
start
it
at
from
First Ward?
there. Yeah, all right. So you
Okay,
wanna read
so I
and
can
then
read
we'll-
it.
Okay.
Okay, and you guys can follow, okay?
Yeah, we will.
So First Ward, the First Ward shall include all that part of the city lying within the following boundaries, namely, beginning on the east line of the city, where the same strikes the southerly line of Warren County. Thence westerly up and along the southerly line of Warren County to the center of Glen Street. Thence northerly along the center of Glen Street to the intersection of Ridge Street. Thence north along the center of Ridge Street to Hunter Street. Thence easterly along the center of Hunter Street to Uncas Street.
Okay, so,
Okay, so that's where-
Easy peasy, Dix Ave. Dix
All right.
Ave,
we'll
yeah.
go right down the Dix Ave. Actually,
Yeah.
this one's gonna be E.
Well, straightforward.
Well,
anyway.
wait.
So Ridge Street and then it hits Dix Avenue, not Hunter, right? So remember,
Yeah.
we said jobs. So it basically, Ridge Street to Dix
So-
Avenue.
So instead of Hunter, we're going to Dix
Dix
Avenue?
Avenue, and then we're, yep, and then we're
Okay,
going
to-
west along Dix,
Dix Avenue.
to the
Thence
eastern border.
easterly, we're
Mhm,
still
easterly,
easterly.
all the way
Thence
along Dix.
easterly along the center of
Dix
so
Avenue.
Dix Avenue.
Mhm.
yeah,
Dix Avenue to Uncas Street,
No.
No, all the way
To
along.
the city line.
to the city line,
Yeah.
okay?
City line.
To
The western boundary of
the
the
city line, okay? Thence southerly along the center of Uncas Street
No.
to Dix
No.
Avenue, so we have to change that.
Yeah,
So thence southerly along the center of,
Dix
along
Avenue.
Dix Avenue.
Mhm.
So take out Uncas to Dix.
Yeah.
Dix Avenue. Thence easterly along the center of Dix Avenue
Mhm.
to the easterly line of the city.
Yes.
Thence southerly along the east line to the river,
to
the
river.
place
Yeah.
of beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we really only had to change a little bit there.
Yeah.
On Hunter was Dix, and then we took off Uncas.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this is a nice square word.
So do we need to say something there where it says thence easterly along the center of
Dix
Dix
Avenue.
Avenue? Do we have to say, can we say to the city line, or do we have to say something to the
That's
the
fine.
direction? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, to the city line, then southerly. Okay, perfect. So that one's done.
All right, 2 is a different kettle of fish.
2 is a little different. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one slower.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, the second ward shall include all that part of the city lying within the following boundaries, namely, beginning at the intersection of Ridge and Glen Street.
Correct.
Thence northerly along the center of Glen Street to the intersection of Glen and Bay Streets.
Correct.
Thence northerly along the center line of Bay Street to the northerly line of the city.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so that's gotta change.
So Bay Street to
Okay,
Sanford
thence northerly along the
Center
center
of
line
Bay.
of
Bay
Bay Street to,
Sanford Street.
to,
Sanford, S-A-N-F-O-R-D. And this is where it gets tricky. Little
Yeah.
bump.
I'm gonna bring up my map.
Yeah,
so
would
that-
you?
okay. Thence northerly along the center line of Bay Street to Sanford Street.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to hit that first northern,
Okay.
Sarah, what's the name of that?
Yeah, I gotta get some Wi-Fi.
Oh boy, the Wi-Fi
Alright.
not working? Really? I know, I thought it was, yeah.
Well, we have other maps.
Do we have to say anything about the, can we just say Sanford Street, or does it have to be something?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, good. Well, see, it is Sanford Street.
No, I'm saying, oh, do we have to say Bay Street to the,
Intersection of
Bay.
Bay and Sanford.
No.
It's the
Bay Street
intersection
to
of-
Sanford Street?
Right. Yeah, and then we're gonna go west.
So northerly along the center line of Bay Street to Sanford Street.
Sanford Street.
Okay, and then we'll have
Okay.
to,
And then west on Sanford till we hit what?
okay, so
That's the little
is this, okay. So then westerly along?
Sanford, but we hit the first bump, so it's the, see this little,
Yeah.
so,
Ooh,
but it doesn't have a street name on it, so Sarah's gonna give us the
that's,
street.
that's a job, all right.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
The good news is it's just one.
Stoddard.
So, yep, so, is it Stoddard?
Stoddard?
Yeah.
Just the first one.
So,
Okay, north on Stoddard.
so northerly on Stoddard, northerly on Stoddard.
To the
Is
intersection.
it Stoddard Avenue?
Yes.
Stoddard Ave? Okay,
To
to
Mason,
Mason Street.
Mason
To-
Street.
Mason Street, okay.
So that's gonna be, west,
Then westerly,
westerly along Mason until what?
Cameron.
westerly along
Center of Mason.
the center of Mason
Until Cameron.
Cameron.
to Cameron Avenue.
Yep.
The intersection of
Cameron.
Mason and Cameron, yeah. So,
Do we want to say intersection of Cameron Avenue, or do we want to say to Cameron Avenue?
Cameron Avenue's fine because it stops.
So I have northerly on Stoddard Avenue to Mason Street, westerly along the center of Mason to Cameron Avenue.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's south in the middle of Cameron.
all right, so we got to take all this out then, right? This is most, I'm gonna have to write this on another piece of paper here.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me, okay, from there, I'm gonna put a little star here. From there, we're going,
Southerly.
oh, thank you.
Yep.
Southerly on Cameron,
Southerly. Okay,
to Sanford Street.
southerly,
Let's get
to,
And it's the center of Cameron.
so, okay, southerly to Sanford Street,
West on Sanford.
west
Yep.
on
To
on Sanford
Mhm.
Street. Well, we
Okay,
got
here-
that one, didn't we?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we did south on Cameron,
No, but
and
see, there's
then
a
we're
jog,
going,
sweetie, see the jog.
Right,
That's the
right.
problem. Yeah,
So,
we're going
so
back.
are we
So
southerly to Sanford Street?
We're southerly just to Sanford, yes.
Yep, and then west on Sanford Street, okay.
Okay, this is where it gets tricky.
Right,
Yeah,
because it's
because-
a bike
So we're
path.
going, we're
Yeah.
going to a bike path,
Yes.
and we're using a bike path as
As our border.
a marker.
Yeah.
Is that
I think it's okay.
Can we
Yeah,
say along
we
the
say
bike- along the
Warren
bike
County
path?
Bikeway. The Warren County Bikeway.
Right.
Okay,
Well, I'll tell you
so,
why it's
So-
okay, because
so you
Warren
go
County
to the
Warren
bikeway and
County
then along the bikeway to the city line.
okay, so I've stopped here at west on Sanford Street,
north
northerly
on the Warren County Bikeway.
on the Warren County, it's called Bikeway?
Yeah.
Okay, Bikeway,
So Sarah,
okay.
the reason we can do it is that your
Okay.
population things aren't used that as a bounder.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's a
so that's
natural
the
boundary.
And
Bikeway,
it's also,
okay.
Mhm.
it's also considered
A boundary.
a boundary.
Okay,
Until the north, yeah, so north
Okay.
of the bikeway
northerly to, on the Warren County
Warren
Bikeway,
Bikeway. until we hit the northern, boundary of the city.
Well, I can do not until, so I'll just put a comma there, or semicolon. So northerly on Warren County Bikeway,
Okay.
and then
westerly.
westerly,
On the northern border of the city.
I think you want to say the bikeway to the northern boundary, or to the city line, and then, and then
northerly on the Warren County Bikeway
to the city line.
to the city line,
Yeah.
okay. To the city line, okay.
And
Okay.
then westerly along the northern border of the city.
Westerly along the northern border of the city,
Yeah,
okay.
Is that okay?
Well, we'll read it,
Find out,
okay.
And
And
then
then
south on the eastern border.
southerly,
Southerly, that's the eastern border, correct?
Oh.
Yeah,
That's not a
Oh.
straight, or is
western,
it?
right?
I'm
No,
sorry,
eastern.
western, excuse me.
Yeah.
But is that a street?
One of two eastern borders.
That would be a
What?
trick, we would be,
Your other
we'd be
east-
called out on that.
mm,
Okay, so southerly on the western border of the city. Is that a street? Is that just the border?
Southerly on the western border.
Mhm.
It's
It's just a border.
It's just a border?
So-
There's no street, there's no nothing? No, you're right, because you know what, when you look at this
What,
population.
what are you looking at right now?
Right, this guy, right here.
Oh, gotcha, okay,
And the
gotcha.
beauty of that is there's, that's a
On the
big
western border of
open
the
thing,
city.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's-
Yep.
And then
Okay.
westerly to the western, see, this is where it gets challenging.
Westerly on,
But again, the same language should be there.
Yeah, you know what, we don't have to say it twice, that's what we're doing,
what?
right? Okay.
What do
so
you mean?
That
north-
language,
so we
that part of the
say-
language should already be there.
You mean in here? Okay,
Bridge Street, then southerly center.
so where are we picking it up here?
We're picking it
Right,
up on
'cause
the
there's the
northern
old one.
border.
So, my
You're
phone's
right, that's the
going nuts.
same, that has not changed.
So westerly, where are we? Along,
So you see how this has stayed the same from the first one. So this is exactly the same. Once you talk about the northern border,
okay,
it's the same all the way down.
okay,
That wording is the same,
okay.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
We're in camera, I think, yeah. All right, we're comfortable with 2?
I think so. Sounds good.
I mean, I'll reread them again.
It's a little more involved.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more
It's more
involved.
wordy, but it's.
Yeah,
It
well,
does what it's
I mean,
supposed
it
to do.
looks like it should be wordy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just say,
Right.
a little
Yeah.
jog off
Yeah, little
Sanford, but I
jog.
don't think that would
No,
work.
I don't think so either, but it makes the
Then
most
you
sense.
go up there.
Yeah, you
and
go up
get-
there, you take a left,
You
come
could,
back
you could
down.
say it because it is the bike path, a little jog along the bike path. A little jog along the bike path.
Yeah,
You got me,
You're
you
so
got me.
funny, I can't
I'm so
stand
funny.
you.
Okay, so here we go. All
Word
right,
3, you ready?
Okay.
Hit it.
okay. So the third ward shall include all that part of the city lying within the following boundaries, namely, beginning at the intersection of Sherman Avenue and Glen Street.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So is it, no, it's
No,
now South Street,
It's
Yeah.
now,
right? Is that
South
correct?
Street.
yeah, South and Glen.
Yeah.
Okay, South Street and Glen Street,
Right.
okay?
North on Glen.
Thence along the center of Sherman Avenue, I have,
No,
so we have to take that
Take
out.
that out.
Yeah, Sherman Avenue isn't in there.
Got
No,
it?
It's north on Glen in the center.
Well, no, we
Wait a
come
minute.
up, we come up to Sherman eventually.
But we're not there
But we're
yet.
not.
We're not there
Yeah.
yet.
But we can take that out,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so intersection of South Street and Glen Street.
North down the center of Glen Street.
Okay, so I gotta do this over then. All right, so here, I'm gonna put a star here, and then here. Okay, so then after Glen Street, here we go, so northerly? You said?
Northerly on the center of Glen Street,
Northerly on the center
of Glen Street.
of Glen Street, uh-huh.
Okay, and then you're going to, well, southwest, isn't it? Southeast. Yes, you're gonna go southeast on Bacon.
Southeasterly,
Southeasterly on Bacon. And this is where it gets tricky.
on Bacon Street,
Mhm.
southeasterly on Bacon
Bacon
Street.
And then
mhm.
north on, what is that,
So-
Sarah?
Elm Street.
What is it?
Northerly
Elm Street.
Elm Street, okay.
on Elm Street, uh-huh,
yeah. And to the intersection of Sherman Avenue.
to the
Here's Sherman.
intersection of
Sherman.
Sherman, yeah,
Yeah. Easterly,
Sherman Ave, okay,
easterly on Sherman,
easterly
and down the center of Sherman.
on easterly on the center,
Mhm.
on the center of Sherman Avenue, yep,
Now, is that Liberty? Is that
Yeah.
what you've done?
Presume
yep,
it's Liberty.
yep, yep,
Liberty.
So,
North-
north. on
northerly.
Liberty, northerly on the center of Liberty.
on the center of Liberty, uh-huh,
To West
then-
Notre Dame.
West on.
Westerly.
On West Notre Dame.
westerly on West Notre Dame,
Yeah,
on West Notre Dame, okay,
To
okay.
Charlotte Street.
to
Okay.
And
Charlotte
then-
The
Street,
intersection of
And
Charlotte
then we're
Street.
going north, huh?
Yeah,
to Charlotte.
yeah, north on Charlotte.
Oh, wait, on West Notre Dame, northerly to Charlotte Street?
Yes,
Is that what we
sorry,
wanna
yeah,
say?
Northern, yep, northern, yep.
So, wait,
We're going from the corner.
westerly,
going-
westerly on West Notre Dame,
Yes,
and then
and then you're going north on Charlotte.
northerly on Charlotte,
Yep,
I think we're
northerly.
going easterly on West Notre Dame, right?
correct, no, honey, we're 3, right? So we're trying to get, word 3 is going to the west, isn't it?
Yes, from Charlotte, it's going to the west, over to
Well,
Glen.
From Liberty, right, so we're on Liberty, if you see the dot where Claudia lives.
Okay.
So
right, you're
northerly
taking a
on the
right
center
turn.
of Liberty, westerly on West Notre Dame,
Correct.
north,
To the intersection
to
of
the,
Charlotte.
Intersection of
Intersection of
Charlotte
to the,
Street.
okay, I don't have that, to the intersection
Of Charlotte.
Of Charlotte.
of Charlotte
And then north to
Street.
Grove, right?
Okay.
And then what?
No.
It isn't?
To
No,
Marion
keep
Ave.
North to Marion.
Northerly
To Marion Avenue.
to
lost it.
Marion Avenue.
Then easterly
you- are you
on
using
Marion
this one?
Ave to Glen
Easterly.
Street.
Okay.
Use the big
On
one. You got the big one?
Marion Ave
Yep.
to Glen Street.
Northerly on
Yes.
Glen
Yes.
Street to Harrison Ave.
Yep, I see.
Northerly on Glen Street to Harrison Ave, yep.
Easterly on Harrison.
Aren't we westerly on Harrison?
No, honey, because we're going that way. No, see, we're 3, right? We're going east.
That's
No,
west.
that's west.
No, this is west.
That's east.
East.
No, that's
Oh,
east.
Jesus.
Jesus.
So your
Okay.
your one on West
What's it
Notre
over there?
Dame should be west, not
Westerly.
east.
You're gonna fire me.
Westerly on.
You're gonna fire me.
No,
It should
absolutely
be
not.
easterly on West Notre
It's
Dame.
all one.
She did the
What?
same thing, right?
I hope
I
I've
just let
said
it-
this
I just
correct
let
in
it
this.
go.
I might have been driving this down a bad
Baby.
path.
Let's just double check too.
Yep, I have easterly on West Notre Dame to the intersection of Charlotte Street, northerly to Marion Avenue, easterly on Marion Avenue to Glen Street,
Glen.
northerly on Glen Street to
To
Harrison
Harrison.
Avenue,
West.
Westerly
on
westerly
On
on Harrison
Is that Davis?
to Davis.
Ave to Davis, okay, Davis Street, right?
Right.
Okay.
North on Davis.
Northerly on Davis, mm-hmm,
Yep, and then you're going to go
West.
west.
Westerly
Lincoln Avenue.
Yeah.
Westerly on
on
Lincoln.
Yeah, Davis
Lincoln
is taking us to Lincoln.
Ave, yep.
Yep.
And then Lincoln is taking us
to
west.
Kensington Road.
Okay, so
Northwest.
westerly on Lincoln, so northwesterly, you want to say?
It's nice, it's a nice,
Northwesterly on
North
Kensington, because that's what it's
westerly.
doing.
Yeah.
On Kensington, okay,
Then,
To the city line.
and then to
Yep.
the city line.
to the city line, mm-hmm,
North on the western. boundary.
northerly, okay,
I'm gonna put a W and E.
northerly, that might be
Never
good.
never eat.
Northerly on,
There we go.
okay, so
North.
northwesterly on Kensington to the city line, northerly
The
on
western boundary of the city.
the western boundary of the city,
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Easterly on the northern boundary of the city.
Yep,
Back to the
Northern.
bike path.
To the bike.
to the
Warren
Boundary.
County
The
Bikeway.
Warren County Bikeway.
of the city to the
Warren County Bikeway.
Warren County Bikeway, mm-hmm,
South.
Southeasterly?
southeasterly,
On the Warren
okay,
County Bikeway.
easterly on the
Let's jog again. Jesus.
Warren County
Okay.
Bikeway,
Sanford Street.
okay,
Yep, so west on Sanford,
westerly
down the center of Sanford,
on the center
north on the center
of
of
Sanford
Cameron,
Street, hold on, Sanford Street. What did we say after?
north on the center of Cameron,
Northerly
center
on the center
of Cameron,
of Cameron, yep.
west on the center of Mason Street,
Westerly on the center of Mason Street, uh-huh.
and then south on the street, what street is that one again, guys?
it's
Stoddard.
Mason.
Southerly
That's right.
on the
Center of Stoddard.
Stoddard Ave, right?
Mhm.
Stoddard Ave, okay. Mm-hmm.
To Sanford Street,
To Sanford Street.
yeah, and then
And that would
west,
have
west on Sanford to the intersection of Sanford and Bay.
westerly on Sanford.
To
Mhm.
the intersection of Bay,
To the inner, mhm,
section of Bay,
uh-huh,
southern
of Bay Street.
Bay Street,
Uh-huh,
okay, and then southerly
uh-huh,
to the intersection of Glen Street where we started.
to the intersection of Glen Street.
Can we mention the monument, or you never know, they might move it. You never know.
The place of beginning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the place
That
of
is-
beginning. All right, I'm gonna read that one again.
Please, because I think.
And
we-
can you read two again?
I'm gonna
just to
read
make
two again
sure
as well.
that-
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so,
I know, I got
Yeah,
off track
yeah,
and
'cause I
started
did
going
East and
into
West, and I
Ward
think I
3
always
when we
forget.
were doing Ward 2.
okay, I gotta take, okay, here we
Check my
go.
references, Bob, you should have checked my references.
Yes, I should.
Well, get a tape recorder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you
Okay.
put two again, or what?
So,
Trust but verify.
Right,
yes.
isn't it?
right, so number 2, beginning at the intersection of Ridge and Glen Street.
Correct.
Thence northerly along the center of Glen Street to the intersection of Glen and Bay Streets.
Correct,
Thence northerly along the center line of Bay Street
correct,
to Sanford Street.
correct.
Northerly on Stoddard Avenue.
No,
No.
Okay,
no,
that's what I have.
That's where we're going to Sanford. So we go Bay to Sanford.
Okay. Oh, right.
here it is, yeah.
Okay, wait. To the center line of Bay Street to Sanford
Sanford
Street,
Street,
right?
correct.
I have that. Northerly on Stoddard Avenue.
No,
No,
No.
then
No,
we have to go
okay.
east on Sanford.
Easterly.
Oh, okay, we
or
got-
northeasterly on Sanford.
All right, hold
to
on.
Stoddard.
yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, so north easterly on Sanford Street to Stoddard Avenue.
Stoddard Avenue.
To Stoddard, okay.
North.
Avenue, and then northerly on Stoddard
On
Avenue.
the center of, we're gonna make sure we say center.
Yeah, northerly on the center line,
Of
on the center
Stoddard.
of Stoddard Avenue.
Yeah,
Easterly along Mason.
I don't have that. I have southerly to Sanford Street.
No,
And
we
then-
got Mason, and we got Mason
So you
and.
go Stoddard to Mason, Mason to Cameron.
Cameron.
yeah.
He just did it up there.
So Stoddard northerly, Mason easterly, Cameron southerly.
Mm-hmm.
To
Then you're back at
Sanford,
Sanford
and then
Street.
to the bike path.
where
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
go
have to rewrite that.
easterly
Warren
to
County
the
Bikeway, yeah.
Okay, so after,
And then
so
north.
after,
Mason.
okay, so Bay Street to Sanford Street.
Yes.
And then northerly on Sanford Street to Stoddard Avenue.
Correct.
Okay, on the center of Stoddard Avenue,
Northerly on the center
Okay.
of Stoddard.
so northerly on the center of Stoddard. Mm-hmm.
Easterly on the center of Mason.
Yeah, okay, easterly on the center of Mason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Southerly on the southerly on the center of Cameron.
Southerly on the center of Cameron, yeah.
And then you're going to go east on Sanford until the bike path.
Easterly on
On
Sanford
To the Warren County bike path.
to the Warren County Bike Path, okay.
One quick note, when
Mhm.
you go back, when you're turning from Bay onto Sanford and going to Stoddard, I think you said northerly. At best,
It's
it's not
easterly,
easterly.
yeah.
You could just say easterly.
Yeah, I think you'd be fine saying. that.
Easterly on Sanford Street?
Yeah, because that would be more consistent with
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you just came off of
Yeah.
Sanford Street.
So,
going easterly.
southerly on the center of Cameron and then easterly on Sanford Street?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
before that, when you come off of Bay to Sanford,
That should be
Okay.
easterly as well.
what'd you have?
I did
If,
Stoddard, then northern,
no, just before Stoddard.
right here I
Bay
have,
to Sanford. right here.
I have northerly on Stoddard Avenue.
No, right
Northerly
before-
on the center
No,
of Stoddard Avenue.
No, right before that, Sanford.
Just before that.
Northerly on Sanford Street, so that should be easterly?
Easterly.
Okay, got it, okay. Easterly, got it, okay. Easterly on Sanford Street, okay. And
To
then,
the- To the Warren County bike path.
uh-huh,
Bikeway, whatever that we call it.
yep,
You're going north on the Warren County Bikeway. To the
Mhm.
northern border of the city,
to the northern,
boundary border, I don't know what you call
what are we calling it, boundary,
it.
right?
Boundary border.
Northern border of the city.
Boundary
Boundary.
or border. we-
Okay.
I think we've been interchanging those.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Boundary, yeah, I don't think, we'll have to go back and look
Gotta
at
give
that.
the charter readers a
Well,
Let's get the
We'll have to-
source out. and
we'll
come
have
up
to
with
go
all
back.
kinds of different ones.
We'll have to go
each
back and,
time.
we'll have to go back and look at that and maybe make them all the same.
Yeah, just for a laugh, yeah.
Just for a laugh,
Just
we'll
for a laugh,
go,
yeah.
yeah, we'll make those all the same. That's an easy fix.
Now
Northerly
you're going
on the Warren County
easterly,
bike path to the northern boundary of the city.
And then easterly.
Easterly,
Now this is to Robin's point, the last thing should be the same, right? That did not change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever wording
so,
Mary is
Did the
on the
interest-
original,
Yeah,
you just keep it.
oh,
Because, right, so the glitch is in through here, but once we hit that northern boundary, the whole eastern boundary is the same thing.
Okay, so where is, okay, so I'm gonna
Except
put
it's
my
coming
3
down.
lines there, and where's that start here?
Okay, so we're on the
This is,
northern boundary, we come,
This is the second, right?
yeah, so then
Second
southern
ward,
on the
so-
eastern boundary to Dix Avenue.
So that's okay on here?
Yeah, because it's coming to Dix.
Where is that, where is that here?
Okay, so we're going down southerly,
Oh, right here?
Mhm.
Right here,
yeah,
okay,
Okay.
so here it is, so it's right here.
but it's hitting Dix this
Okay.
time.
Then southerly along the east line to Dix Avenue.
Yeah.
Thence westerly along the
Westerly.
center of Dix
Dix
Avenue to
Avenue.
the center of
Oh,
Crocus.
so yeah, so it doesn't even jot, because it is, it's
Right,
one.
it's one happy border.
Okay,
Okay.
thence westerly along the center of Hudson, okay, so I'm gonna read that one again.
Okay.
I'm going this way, and then I'm going this way, and oh my God. Okay, so beginning at the intersection of Ridge and Glen Street, thence northerly along the center of Glen Street to the intersection of Glen and Bay Streets, thence northerly along the center line of Bay Street to Sanford Street. Easterly on Sanford Street to Stoddard Avenue.
Correct.
On the center of Stoddard Avenue,
North,
Nor-
or north.
on the center of Stoddard Avenue, northerly
on the center
on
of
the,
Stoddard.
oh, wait, yeah. Northerly on the center of Stoddard Avenue, that's what I have,
Good
okay.
girl, okay.
Easterly on the center of Mason Street.
Correct,
Okay, southerly on the center of Cameron Avenue.
correct,
Easterly on Sanford Street to Warren County Bike Path.
Correct.
Northerly on the Warren County Bike Path to the
Correct.
northern boundary
Bikeway.
of the city.
correct,
And then we go back to, thence southerly along the east line to Dix Avenue.
correct.
Thence westerly along the center of Dix Avenue to the center of Uncas Street.
No,
Nope.
no.
Oopsie,
no.
okay, we're gonna change that,
Yeah,
okay.
because we ditched all that. So it's Dix, it's right Dix to Ridge.
Dixie
Yeah.
Ridge, yeah.
Dix Avenue, okay, so I'm gonna have to rewrite that then, okay. So let me just go back and where it says here, I'm just gonna, can you read that again, thence southerly,
Southerly on the
That-
eastern border,
thence southerly
on the eastern border of the city.
on the eastern border of the city, uh-huh.
And then westerly along Dix Avenue, the center of Dix Avenue.
Westerly along the, whoops, along
The center of Dix Avenue,
center, uh-huh,
to the intersection of Ridge Street.
Avenue to the intersection of Ridge Street, uh-huh.
Okay, and then southerly on Ridge Street to the beginning.
Street, southerly
On Ridge Street,
on Ridge Street to the place of beginning?
Beginning.
To the place of beginning, got it.
Only one minor little.
Okay, you got it, Sarah. I'm ready for you. Go for it.
If you could change bike path to bike way.
Oh, you know what? I
Thank
wondered,
you.
I wondered
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the official.
Yeah, I wondered about that. Warren
Yeah,
County
that's
Bike
right.
Path.
Bikeway,
Bikeway.
bikeway.
We-
Bikeway.
One-
Instead of,
Bike
instead
way.
of bike path, it's
Yes.
bikeway.
Yeah.
You got it. Okay, perfect. Oh, I called it the bike path.
Right.
so
So do I.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's bike
No
way.
one-
So maybe they should change the name,
Got
they're
it.
right and they're wrong.
Like the highways, the
That's
bike.
the best topic, okay? Renaming the bike path.
Right.
Independent.
Okay, I think we got that one now.
Yeah.
Oh, good, we're on two, we're done two, yay, okay, you
I
wanna
think we
read
got
three?
it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, 1, 2,
You have me number
Okay.
piece of
You-
paper here.
Yep, absolutely.
3.
Oh,
I
she's
think
done
I
three.
have-
So
Okay,
yeah,
so that's,
now,
Yep, you're gonna read
well, I'm
three.
glad we only have 5 wards here in the city.
But you've done
Really?
three
you
already.
did 3.
Yeah, you've done three.
So we're on
Three.
4.
Yeah.
Yep,
What do you
yep.
want?
Well, did you want
Oh,
to
yeah,
talk
did
through
you want to
three?
read?
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
read
nice
through three,
one.
yeah.
Not a bad idea.
You want me to read through 3 again?
Yep.
All right, so I gotta do 3. Here we go. Okay. So, the 3rd ward shall include all that part of the city lying within the following boundaries, namely, beginning at the intersection of South Street and Glen Street.
Correct.
Thence along the center of Liberty Avenue.
No, no,
Nope.
no, no,
Oh.
no.
Wait.
When you wrote all this down.
Wait,
You must
so,
have skipped something. You didn't do it going
You wrote it all
northway on Glen
down.
Street
wait,
to
wait,
Bacon
wait,
Street.
huh?
You wrote it all down. Because remember, it's big, so it's South Street.
Oh, no.
You
Yeah,
got my
these are,
paper.
these are
You
blanks.
got my paper. There we go.
Oh,
What
Robin,
happened?
do you have any,
No,
what's your
it's
added value,
Stealing
Robin?
stuff.
What's your added value,
Okay,
Robin?
so after,
Okay, you ready? So
here we go.
So
So
here-
here we go. So I'm taking this out.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Northerly on the center of Glen Street.
Good.
Southeasterly on Bacon Street.
Southwesterly, change it to west, because I screwed.
Right, southwest.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I was
right,
doing.
that's
Oh
Yeah.
my
God,
goodness,
you
Connie.
pile of poop. Come on.
Southwesterly, you're killing me, Connie.
Tell me about it. How do you guys feel?
Southwesterly on Bacon
Bacon,
Street.
yep.
Northerly on Elm Street to the
Correct.
intersection of Sherman Avenue.
Correct.
Easterly on the center.
Westerly on the center.
Oh dear God. Yeah,
Well, nobody corrected me. I just want to go on the record.
Westerly, because we're nice.
I know. Well, you're too nice.
Westerly on the center of
Sherman
Sherman
Avenue
Avenue. Northerly on the center of Liberty Avenue.
Correct. Yeah. Good.
Okay. Easterly
Yes.
on West Notre Dame
Correct.
to the intersection of Charlotte Street.
Correct.
Northerly on Marion Avenue.
Correct.
Easterly on Marion Avenue to Glen Street.
Correct.
I think
No, we missed
you
Charlotte.
forgot northerly on
On
Charlotte
Charlotte. You
Street
gotta-
to Marion
Right.
Ave.
So,
Right.
West Notre Dame
So
hits
east-
Charlotte.
yeah.
So
Easterly
after
on
West Notre Dame,
Yep.
we're gonna go down here and we're
Northerly-
gonna do what?
Northerly
Northerly
on
on
Charlotte
Charlotte
Northerly
to
on
Marion Ave.
Charlotte
to Marion Ave.
Street to Marion Ave, got it?
And then
Easterly,
And then,
Easterly on Marion to Glen.
I have
no,
I have northerly to Marion Avenue. So I have, okay, wait, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
easterly
northerly
on,
Charlotte
easterly on
Street.
West Notre Dame,
Yeah.
northerly on Charlotte Street to Marion Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have,
But we have our little jig jog thing there.
Yep, so westerly
So,
No, it's east.
on Marion.
No,
Easterly
easterly,
on Marion.
easterly on Marion.
yeah,
so I had, so easterly on West Notre Dame, northerly on Charlotte Street to Marion Avenue.
Yeah.
Easterly on, yep, go ahead.
Easterly on
Yeah,
easterly on Marion Avenue, so
To
I
Glen
take this
Street.
out, wait a minute, easterly, oh boy, we were off on this one. Easterly on easterly to Marion Avenue?
No, easterly.
Easterly on the center
Center
of,
of
on the
Marion
center,
Yeah.
okay, of
Yeah.
Marion Avenue. Easterly on Marion Avenue to Glen
Glen
Street.
Street.
Yeah.
On the
Northerly
center-
on Glen Street.
Center of Glen Street.
Northerly on the center of Glen Street, hold on the center of Glen Street
Yeah.
to Harrison Avenue.
You're westerly on Harrison.
Westerly on Harrison Avenue to Davis Street.
Yeah.
Northerly on Davis Street. Westerly to Lincoln Avenue.
Lincoln Avenue West, yep,
Northwesterly on Kensington to the city line.
Yeah.
correct,
Northerly on the western boundary of the city.
right?
Easterly on the northern boundary of the city to
Correct.
the Warren County Bike Path.
Way.
Way, sorry, I have way. Southeasterly on the Warren County Bikeway. Westerly on the center of Sanford Street.
Good.
Northerly on the center of Cameron
Right,
Ave.
good girl,
Westerly on the center of Mason Street.
good girl,
Southerly on the center of Stoddard Avenue to Sanford Street.
correct,
Westerly on Sanford Street to the
Okay.
intersection of Bay Street. Southerly to the intersection of Glen Street, the place of
yes,
beginning.
place of beginning.
yay!
Rock on, people, we got this, rock on.
God, I'm exhausted, I'm not even doing the right.
So Ward 4,
Are we the most raucous meeting?
I feel
Peter
really
doesn't
sorry
care.
if anybody is actually watching.
No, nobody's
this.
watching, that's all right.
I think it's too nice out.
Yeah.
It's way
It's
too nice
summertime.
out.
Well, they got their,
Summertime.
you know,
We'll live in
DVR
Kansas.
set.
It's way too nice out.
Viewership, 0.
It's too nice out for this. Okay, and that's good because we're all,
We're a little-
so, fourth ward, here I go.
Okay, here
We're
we go.
loopy.
Okay, so, beginning at the intersection of Hudson Avenue and Glen Street.
Correct,
Thence northerly along the center of Glen Street to Sherman Avenue.
no,
Okay, so we gotta change this. So let me go through and do Ward 4. Okay, so are we doing the beginning of, at the intersection of Hudson Avenue?
Yeah.
yep.
All right, so beginning,
No, wait a minute, South Street people, what are we doing? Hold on. Okay,
Oh,
Glen
yeah.
Street up, no, it's the intersection of South Street and Glen.
No.
No,
No.
no,
Oh, no,
it's
no,
Hudson,
I'm sorry,
it's
is that
Hudson.
right, correct, I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I stand
Yeah.
corrected. Time.
beginning at the intersection of
Hudson.
Hudson Avenue,
And Glen.
Yes.
Hudson Avenue and Glen Street, so that was okay.
Yes.
Yep.
All right,
Down this northerly on Glen, down the center.
northerly along the center,
So all of this is
Oh, that-
exactly the same
Okay.
as what we just did up
Yep.
until you get to
Okay,
Kensington.
And then you're coming south.
Yeah.
until we
Right.
get to Kensington?
Yeah.
And then we're coming south
Yeah,
on the
and we're
western
coming
border.
south. So you
Okay,
can
so
copy all of that.
where's Kensington here?
Kensington is after
Uh,
Lincoln. So, right, so it's after Lincoln. Lincoln goes to Kensington. So find Lincoln
On here?
on Ward 3. So find Lincoln where you wrote Ward 3. It's all the stuff.
That we're on 4.
We are.
We are, but it's the
Sarah's
same
saying
thing.
It's the same
If the
word.
boundary's the same.
But the directions are different.
Oh, that's true. Well,
I don't think so.
Why don't you just read it to me? Beginning at the intersection of Hudson Avenue and Glen Street, northerly along the center
Up Glen Street.
of Glen Street, just, yeah, just do it this way, it's easier.
Southwesterly on Bacon Street.
Southwesterly,
Yep.
okay.
Bacon
Westerly
Street.
on Bacon Street, uh-huh.
And
So,
north.
is that Elm? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
And we're going north, aren't we?
Northerly,
Northerly on.
Bacon.
No,
To
no,
Sherman.
We're
no.
now-
Oh, no, we're
There's
not,
Elm-
because
there's Elm
Bacon
Street.
doesn't go to Sherman.
northerly on,
Elm.
Elm.
mm-hmm,
Okay. and then
Westerly on
westerly
Sherman.
on the center of Sherman.
westerly on the
of
center
Sherman.
So now do you want to, yeah, I think you're right.
of
It's all exactly
Sherman
the same.
Ave, uh-huh.
The
Okay.
reason it wasn't is
Northern-
because we went the opposite
It's- it's-
direction.
center
Right,
of
it's all exactly the same from Ward 3.
It's the reverse of.
So where,
No, it's not, it's
No.
actually exactly the
No.
same.
Yeah.
We're just
No.
listening and.
No, let's keep going.
Can,
Okay, but
just,
that's-
Liberty, so
just-
you're going down the
so
center of
northerly
Liberty, on Liberty,
Liberty.
Oh, maybe
And then east.
on Liberty Ave,
Yeah.
easterly
easterly on
on,
West Notre Dame
West Notre Dame,
okay,
to
west
Charlotte.
Notre Dame to Charlotte Street,
down the-
Northerly on
northerly on
Charlotte.
Charlotte down the center. Mhm.
Charlotte Street.
to-
What'd you say, northerly?
To Marion.
Yeah.
Northerly along the
Charlotte.
Center
center
of Charlotte,
to, along the center of
Charlotte.
Charlotte to
Marion.
Marion
which is
Ave,
Easterly on Marion.
Yeah.
Marion Ave,
On
easterly
Marion, down the center of Marion.
on Marion.
To Glen
Glen,
Street.
Glen,
Wait,
north.
so easterly on Marion Street.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
North-
along
Northerly on Glen.
northerly on Glen
Glen
Street,
and then west
Uh,
on Harrison,
on Glen Street, westerly,
on Harrison, down the center of Harrison.
wait a minute, on Harrison, Harrison Street.
Harrison Ave.
Harrison Ave.
I thought it was Harrison Street.
No,
Harrison
Avenue.
Avenue.
Oh, we have an Ave too? All right, I thought that was just South Glens Falls. Westerly on Harrison Ave,
Yeah, and then northern, what is that street there, guys? North on
Davis.
what?
Davis.
northerly on Davis Street,
Center of Davis.
on the center of Davis Street,
To
uh-huh.
Lincoln Avenue.
Davis Street to Lincoln Avenue, uh-huh.
Westerly on, down the center of Lincoln.
On the center of Lincoln,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And then northwesterly on Kensington Road to the western boundary of the city.
Okay, northwesterly on Kensington
Road
Road,
to the western boundary of the city.
boundary of the city, yep.
Yep.
Then we have
Okay.
to go down.
Yep, now, what about this little joggy thing? Do we care, what about the joggy thing?
You gotta put it in.
That's still the boundary of the city.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
it is.
the
Oh,
thing,
oh,
the thing
okay.
that's way out there, this
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
How was
Yeah.
language on
No,
it before?
we won't include that because we have the wording, the fourth word shall also include the territory set forth within
Okay.
section of the charters amended
Okay.
2003, so when I, you know.
All right, so we're just
Okay.
going down to Fifth
So we're
Street
gonna-
down
So,
there.
okay, so,
We're going down that
south-
so
boundary.
Kensington Road to the western boundary of the city, southerly,
Southerly to Fifth Street.
southerly
Actually, no,
along,
because you pick up Thomas Street
Oh,
at
you're-
Broad Street, so you're riding.
No, but it's still the western
still the
boundary.
western
Still the
boundary,
western
though.
Is
boundary.
it still the western
Yeah.
boundary?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
southerly along the western
I'm
boundary,
good with
Yeah.
that.
Street.
Yeah.
southerly along the western
Boundary.
Boundary to
Boundary.
Fifth Street.
boundary of Fifth Street, mm-hmm,
Easterly on Fifth Street.
easterly
To Staple.
on Fifth Street,
To Staple Street.
Staple Street, uh-huh,
And then
North.
north
on Staple Street.
Northerly on Staple Street,
To Broad Street.
to Broad Street,
Easterly down the center of Broad Street.
On the center of Broad Street,
Now this, Robin, this is where you and Sarah have to kick in, because this
There's
is,
a
South
little thing
Street.
there.
it is, okay, to South Street.
Yeah,
And then
Right,
it's
so wait,
come-
easterly on the center of Broad
Broad
Street
Street
to South Street.
yeah, and then southerly on School Street.
Yeah.
Southerly
But that's a one-way street.
on, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Southerly
Okay.
on School Street.
Right.
To
Mhm.
Hudson
Easterly
Street.
on Hudson.
Wait, southerly on School Street
School
to
Street,
to
Hudson.
Hudson Street?
Yeah.
Hudson Street,
And then east on Hudson Street to the beginning. To the start.
Easterly on
To
Hudson
the start.
to the place of beginning.
Yep.
To the place of, and I think I typed all these out, didn't I? And sent them
Yes.
all to you
Yes,
guys?
you did.
You were
And
wonderful
You were
on
fabulous.
that.
And you
Yeah,
got-
Mary,
and-
you were so good, Mary.
Was I? Come on, now my head's not gonna fit together.
You and Robin
Jeez.
win the prize.
To the place of
Yeah,
beginning.
the other-
All right,
yeah.
so let me read it. Okay, so here we go.
Right,
Beginning, okay. So beginning at the intersection of Hudson Avenue and Glen Street.
Correct.
Northerly along the center of Glen Street.
Yes,
Southwesterly along on Bacon Street.
correct. Center of Bacon Street.
Southwesterly along the
Center
center.
of Bacon Street.
Along the center of Bacon Street. Northerly on Elm Street.
Correct. Down the
Westerly-
Center of Elm Street.
Yeah, and I always do that.
Yeah, okay, you're gonna take it, so I won't.
I always do that. Westerly on the center of
Oh,
Westerly on the center
Sherman.
of Sherman Avenue.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, I have
Yep.
Sherman Avenue.
Good,
Northerly on Liberty Avenue.
correct,
Easterly on West Notre Dame to
Correct.
Charlotte Street.
correct,
Northerly along the center of Charlotte Street to Marion Avenue.
correct, yeah.
Easterly on Marion Avenue. Northerly on Glen Street.
Correct,
Westerly on Harrison Avenue.
correct,
Northerly on the center of Davis Street to
Correct.
Lincoln Avenue.
correct.
Westerly on the center of Lincoln Avenue.
And northwest.
Northwesterly on Kensington Road to
Correct.
the western boundary of the city.
Correct,
Southerly along the western boundary of Fifth Street.
Southerly on the
to
western.
western
Western
boundary
boundary
Fifth
to
Street.
Fifth Street.
Got it. To Fifth Street,
Good,
Easterly on Fifth Street to Staple Street.
correct,
Northerly on Staple Street to Broad Street.
correct,
Easterly on the center of Broad Street to South Street.
correct,
Southeasterly on School Street
correct,
to Hudson Street.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Easterly on Hudson to Hudson Ave.
point of
I'm
order.
sorry, Hudson Street
yeah,
to the place of beginning.
Is it Hudson Street or Hudson Ave?
Is it Hudson Street or Hudson Ave?
It's Hudson Avenue.
Because you,
Hudson Ave,
yeah, because
okay.
you guys have gone back and forth,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly,
it's
yeah.
Hudson Avenue.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is
Let's
Hudson,
keep do.
Hudson.
Well, five is
Right.
not.
Hudson.
good.
One left.
Yeah, all right.
Hudson Avenue. Okay. All right.
So then
Yep.
five is not as bad, because there's no joggy walks.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thank you, Robin, no joggy walks. That's
Yeah.
really big.
Oh
about it.
yeah,
I
I
like
like that part. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see. So beginning at the center of Glen Street, where said, who wrote that? Did I write that? Where said?
Said street.
Where
Yeah,
said-
where
That
said-
was probably the original.
That was probably the original. It just doesn't-
Yes.
Right? Was that the original? I was like,
That's from
okay.
I bet it was,
1903.
yeah.
I was like,
It's done in 1908.
do I stick? What's the matter?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I know, but we're going back to the 1800s.
I know.
Beginning at the center
Where
of Glen
said-
Street, where said street I
So
can't
just
take
say
that
where
out.
Glen intersects,
Hudson.
Wait, beginning at the center of Glen Street, where,
Glen Street intersects,
Section.
or where it, meaning Glen Street.
well, we don't say it. So that's this, we
southern- it's the
gotta
southern
fix
border,
this.
it's
Beginning
Hudson
at the
River.
center of Glen Street.
At the southerly border, is that where we're
Southern-
starting?
yep, Southern border.
Where are we starting? Are we starting here?
Aren't we starting here? What do we start
Right, that's-
there? Yeah.
So beginning at the
On the
center,
river.
beginning at the
Right.
center of
Right
Glen
here?
Yeah, aren't we
Street
starting there?
The river?
Okay.
to the,
Or
to
should we
the,
not? Should we start up on?
No, we should start
the
the same
inter-
place we started
Okay.
in the earlier writing.
Okay.
At the center of Glen.
all right, I'm gonna write
Okay,
this.
so you want us to start up
Fifth.
on,
This is Fifth
Hudson
Ward,
Ave.
yep.
Fifth Ward.
you
Okay,
want
so
us to start-
beginning
mhm.
at the center of Glen Street,
but it's going, you want us to start at the corner of Hudson and Glen? Is that what you want us to do? Not,
So where do, yeah, so,
Intersects the southerly line of Warren County. Yeah,
okay, so beginning at the center of Glen Street, is
Where
that
it
what I'm
intersects
saying?
the southerly
We're
line
right.
of Warren
Beginning
County.
at the
Street
center
intersects the southerly line.
of Glen Street,
okay, so I'm right.
okay, and what am I saying after Glen Street?
Where the,
Where,
We're going west on Hudson.
Sedge Street intersects. by
Southerly
indication.
line of
Where
Warren.
it intersects, you don't wanna say, I guess you have to say
So
Sedge
where are we
Street.
starting, kids? Are we starting?
Where-
We're starting at the
Where is-
river. We're
Starting at the river, okay.
yeah, I
Is
don't
that
like,
where we
I
started
don't
last
like,
time?
I don't
No,
like
Sedge
it.
Street, oh, it or Sedge Street, but
I'll keep it.
where Sedge Street intersects the
Inter-
southerly line.
Warren County.
Of Warren County.
Intersects.
southerly
Okay, so
line.
that can stay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So beginning at the center, okay, so that's fine, okay.
North-
Let me
north
keep
end?
Running hence northerly.
On
running,
center on
running
Glen
thence northerly to Hudson Avenue,
Street. Yeah,
Yeah.
thence southwesterly along the center of Hudson Avenue,
correct?
Yeah.
thence westerly
Okay,
along
now
the,
we're gonna, to School Street, because this is where we're gonna have a
Yeah.
new section.
okay. So after this part right here,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna put a star here. I'm gonna take this out of here, and I'm gonna put a star. Go ahead.
That's
Hudson
school.
Avenue's
That's
westerly to School Street.
Wait a minute, after Hudson Avenue, I'm going westerly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
No,
well,
you're
Hudson
on
Avenue
westerly.
is westerly,
Westerly.
and then northwesterly on School Street.
Wait a minute. So thence southwesterly along the center of Hudson Avenue.
Okay.
And then what after that?
Northern
Northerly,
on School Street,
School
center of
Street.
School Street.
northerly along the center
School Street
of School.
to Broad Street.
To South Street first, right, is it?
Oh crap, yes. Yeah, that's, yeah.
To South
There.
Street.
Well, the weird thing
Do
is,
you go
Yeah,
to
to
South
South
first
Street.
and then
Yes.
to Elm?
yeah, to South
To
Street.
South.
So
sorry.
northerly
Because
along the
that's the
center of School Street to
Street
South Street. Okay.
right.
On
Mhm.
South Street to Broad Street.
So
So that's-
southerly.
Western.
Wait,
It's actually northerly.
Is it?
Tiny little
Yeah.
northerly
is it
jog
little
there.
northern jog?
Yeah.
Oh, on School
Northerly,
Street, okay, sorry.
northerly on.
South Street
Okay.
To
to
Broad
Broad
Street.
Street.
Okay. Mhm.
And then
Westerly
Westerly
on Broad
on
Street
Broad Street.
Westerly on Broad Street. Uh huh.
to Staple Street.
To
To
oh, no, Bob.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
yeah, to Staple.
Mhm.
South on Staple Street to Fifth Street.
Southerly on Staple
Down the middle, to Fifth Street.
Street along the center.
Yeah, west on
Along the
Fifth Street.
center of what?
Staple on Fifth Street.
Fifth Street.
Fifth Street.
Wait, along the center of Fifth Street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To the
South along the western border of the city.
Southerly.
City. Well, to Fifth Street, right, to the city line. Fifth Street
City
to the
line.
city line.
Wait a minute. So southerly on Staple Street along the center of Fifth Street. Southerly.
Westerly on Fifth Street
Okay.
to the city line.
Westerly on
Fifth
Fifth
Street.
Street
Shouldn't we just say to the border?
to the
Isn't that
City.
consistent? To the western
to
border?
the border of the city line.
Western of,
To the boundary of the
To the
border.
boundary of the
West
border
line
of
of
the
city.
west
To-
border of the.
to the city
boundary,
line?
Whatever the heck it is.
You want me just to the city line?
Yep,
To the city.
okay.
I know I could really get wordy. To the city
Okay,
line.
And then south,
Southerly.
Southerly.
southerly
Mhm.
on the western border of the city.
On the western border. And I'm gonna keep those consistent. If I
Right,
say
at that
border, it's
point,
gonna
the
be
rest
all
of that-
borders or it's gonna be all boundaries.
That
Okay.
should all still be in the original from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the, southerly on the western border.
And then
And then where's the rest
Westerly on
of,
the
where's
southern
the, where's the
border.
rest of it?
Fence has
Is
to
it
be
there?
along
Yeah.
the said southerly line of
Where's
Warren
the
County
rest,
to
where's the
Glen
rest
Street.
of this?
Yeah,
Of the
yes.
fifth ward.
it's easterly along.
Is
the
there
west-
more?
Yeah, there should, there's,
No.
I don't have the rest
No.
of the
You
fifth
can
ward.
just do
Where
it
did
you have
easterly
3
along
pages or
the
2?
southern border to the point of beginning.
Okay, so let me, so westerly on Fifth Street to the city line.
yeah.
And then you said easterly?
No,
Southerly.
southerly.
Southerly on the western border
Yeah,
Mhm,
of
the city.
the city.
the city, uh-huh.
And then easterly along the southern border of the city.
I would imagine they might
To
be
the point of
county,
beginning.
because it's a county where we started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what,
Or we
where,
can
if
do
we can
that.
find that
Yeah.
language from the original,
Yeah.
it's probably the southern border of the county.
Line of
to-
Warren County, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's easterly
To-
along the said southerly line
Back
of
to
Warren
the
Yeah.
County to Glen
Glen
Street.
Street, the place.
Places.
place of
Okay,
meeting.
so, I don't think I got those words that you just threw in there, I was writing. I'm gonna have to have,
That last page.
yeah, that last page
Yeah,
there.
I don't have it.
So I'm gonna need those to rewrite these,
Hold on, let me take a look,
because I need to put those
because I
in.
had to save.
I mean, I have them at home, I just
No,
didn't
no,
bring
no,
them
no,
because of the
no.
dog thing, but,
No, hold on, we'll find it. Okay, now, this is now,
is it
All right,
just a
here's
few,
the fifth one,
is it
hold
just
on.
a few lines,
here we
or?
go, sweetie, yeah,
No, it
along the
can't
center
be.
Broad Street.
Oh, right, maybe it is right here.
Oh, here we go. Then
That's easterly
southerly
along the
along
said
the west
southerly
line. Here we
line.
go, sweetie.
Yeah, right here.
Right there, take that, let's write that little
It's
dot.
actually
So
here.
southerly,
Right there.
Thence easterly along the said southerly line of Warren County to Glen Street, the place of beginning. There is all thence.
It's all, yeah, it's all the same,
so thence, okay, so thence
back to the beginning.
easterly along the southern, okay,
Warren County border, whatever it says.
Easterly along the southern line.
easterly along the southern, so I have along the eastern border of the city, so
But
we,
this is verbatim, what we should take.
Well, that's
the
this one over
original.
here. You have Fifth Street going southerly
Yeah,
along the eastern border of the city
yeah.
to the
So-
southern,
Yeah, to the
to
southern.
to the southern border of Warren County,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Warren County line.
Whatever's there should work.
And then the southern Warren County, like what it
I'm
says
just,
there.
I'm just trying to,
Then-
so the
thence-
place of
thence
beginning, so I'm
southerly.
trying to backtrack here.
Place of beginning is
Thence
that the
east-
river along,
So it says along the eastern border of the city.
right, on the east border of the county, right?
Okay, and then, but I don't have anything about Warren County on this, so I wanna go back.
Let's
to
start
this.
right
Use
here,
that verbatim,
shall-
just use
Yeah,
that.
but where am I putting this, where am I stopping?
We're gonna
I'm
stick
putting
with the
this-
southerly
on the fifth.
line of Warren County, so that's how, so really, most of this reads true except for
The jog
you gotta
bit.
add stuff in and Hudson Ave, thence, and that's when you, the changes will come in, and then it'll go back to that.
All right, well, okay, so I prefer that you just
Wow.
read it to me.
Okay.
Okay, so after it says along the eastern border of the city, the place of beginning, wait,
That's the last.
that's the last part of it, but what am I gonna interject there? Can I just read what I have?
Sure,
Yeah, read
absolutely.
what you have and I'll take, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I've got,
So
so
it is
beginning
actually-
at the center of Glen Street, where said street intersects the southerly line of Warren County, running thence northerly to Hudson Avenue, thence southwesterly along the center of Hudson Avenue,
Correct.
and then I'm gonna look at my star here.
Right.
Good girl.
Northerly along the center of School Street
Correct.
to South Street.
Correct.
Northerly on South Street to Broad Street. Westerly on Broad Street to Staple Street.
Correct.
Southerly on Staple Street along the center of Fifth Street. Westerly on Fifth Street to the city line. Southerly on the western border of the city.
Right,
Easterly along the eastern border of the city, the place of beginning.
Yes.
Or with Warren County, easterly along the
Southern border.
southerly
Said
line.
southerly line.
Oh,
Southerly
okay,
line of
so
Warren County.
I wanna keep that
keep that
consistent,
consistent.
okay, so,
So if you'll come back
so
after,
thence, okay, southerly,
really have, right after Fifth Street hits the line, you'll come back to the language here.
okay, so, yeah, let's, I'm gonna have you read that to me. Westerly on Fifth Street to the city line, southerly on the western border of the city, so I'm gonna take, so,
Okay,
this
so
I'm
yeah,
taking
so-
out, right?
So,
So,
what,
'cause
to
I
the
wanted
city
to
lines,
say that.
Yeah, so thence.
So after, what am I taking out, southerly to the western border of the city?
Nope, that's where you, that's where we're starting from. Because you're taking Fifth Street to the southern border, or no, okay, you're taking Fifth Street to the western border,
then
right.
south.
And
Okay, so
then-
wait, so,
south, right.
so westerly on Fifth Street to the city line,
correct.
okay, then what?
South,
Southerly
then-
on
then
western,
southerly along the west line,
okay, so southerly along,
the west line.
so it's
To
not
the-
west, yeah, I think I questioned that before, it's along the west line and not western line,
Right.
right? I think I questioned
And
that.
sometimes it's west, sometimes it's southerly, sometimes it's.
So the
To
west,
the
along the west
southerly,
line,
we go from west line to the southerly line of Warren County.
so the southerly line of Warren County, yep,
Thence easterly
county.
along
Then
the said southerly line of
Then easterly, that's why I'm rewriting this. Then
easterly along the
along
said southerly line
the said
of Warren County.
southerly
Sorry.
line of Warren County, mhm,
to Glen Street, the place of beginning.
to Glen Street. Yeah, that was just confusing
That's right
me.
there, yeah.
Glen Street. the place of beginning. And I will look at all the wording to make sure.
So you're comfortable typing this up?
Mhm.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Totally comfortable. And if, listen, and you know, if I mess up, just
We all.
interject. I'm just gonna have to go like this, wait. I feel like I'm back at college, you know, like, you know, when you're studying for,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
All right, you wanna follow the agenda, boss, or maybe?
Yeah, next item on the agenda, discussion approval of date, frequency of future meetings if necessary. Mary, if you can get that typed up and to me, if I can then take the, you know, the light legal descriptions, plug those into the local law.
Yes,
I made the other changes on the 5% and
Yep.
what Councilman Lapham wanted into one of the sections.
okay,
And I can get that to the council for Tuesday,
yep,
and
okay,
hopefully that will be it.
Yeah.
Bring up the flagpole.
yeah,
Which is great, because I
Yep.
didn't know if we would be able to do this or not, and I will go to the council meeting. I'll briefly
Yeah, we're still all
explain.
going, aren't we?
If everyone would like to, that would be
Well,
fine.
I'll
definitely be there.
That's June 28th?
No, the 12th,
No,
this
the
coming
12th,
Tuesday.
this,
yeah, what, it was 2
12th.
weeks after was the 28th,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
got it,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
and I hope
Yeah, I do
that the
too.
council would be receptive to this, and we can certainly answer any questions that anyone has. I
Yeah.
think that'll do it.
So
Tuesday.
I know I do have plans on Tuesday.
I've
You can't make it, you can't make it.
I wanna be here to
Understood.
support you,
Um,
100%.
And then we'd want
7
to get
o'clock.
here, yeah, we'd want to be here at 7:15 and they meet at 7:30, don't they?
Right. So we'll be here.
I think
If
they're
you can't, I'm gonna be
continuing
here,
the
so-
public hearing.
Yes,
It was
that's
Yes, I've got
7:25.
a dinner that night.
7:25.
All right, we will do it in your stead. You're typing this all up.
I've got a dinner that night that I should attend. Okay.
Is there any chance, Sarah, that we could get a large map of
Sure.
draft number 4? Thank you.
Yeah.
I can pick that up. We can add
Thank
it
you for
there.
everything.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Sarah,
I'm a
Sarah.
genius, that's
Way to
the
go,
program.
Sarah.
Yes.
Well, I think
Thank
you,
you for
you did the hard part of it.
Well,
I
we're a
appreciate
great
it.
All
team.
those numbers to
Yes,
come
we
out.
are.
We are a great team because we
We
all
are.
support each other. We all have different strengths.
Well, it is. I mean,
Yep.
We are part of Warren County.
Well, that's it. Yes,
Right.
and
We're
pray
kind
for,
of the hub.
yeah, and pray for Elfie, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
Pray for our little Elfie,
Oh.
that
Yeah.
she's home
Now, are they
safe.
gonna put that on social media when she's found?
Yes,
Yeah.
oh yes,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yes,
sure.
oh yes, it's gonna be all over.
Do you
In
wanna
fact,
go
if she,
over
in fact,
and
if
keep
she's,
going here or not, Bob?
If anyone has any
Yeah.
old business?
No?
no, I think,
New business?
No. I make a
Resolution
move,
to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second?
second,
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
aye, we got
Do you
this.
sit in
very
any,
much.